Good morning, Pastor John Smithies. I'm honored to be with you. I'm so happy being with you. We are introducing new pastors who just received a call in different parts of the state to introduce them to the synod, to other people. And so I'm so happy that I can introduce you today. So, how are you? Are you good?
I'm good. Thank you, Juan Carlos. Thank you for
Yeah.
having us. I'm doing really good today.
How's the weather in Atonement in Newport? So in Newport.
Yeah, we just had a heat wave on Sunday, but we're back down to our 50, 60 degrees. So it's a nice, perfect temperature for the coast.
Yeah, the place is very beautiful, the coast.
Yeah.
Pastor John, what moved you to accept the call from Atonement in Newport? What moved you?
Yeah. Well, I was just finished up everything and got approved to be ordained, and I was waiting on my first call and interviewing a few different places, and then Bishop Laurie called me and asked if I would come down here to Newport and walk with them along a really long and difficult journey that they've had with multiple pastors who were sick and who were dying. And their current pastor, Pastor Jane, was on leave for call for cancer treatment. And so I came down here just to walk with them as a kind of a temporary time. And unfortunately, in December, Pastor Jane passed away. And then, but in that time of walking together and just being present to one another, I just really fell in love with this congregation, and they, I think, really fell in love with me. And so after she passed, then they started asking us questions of whether or not I wanted to stay, and that really led to really understanding that a lot of our visions of ministry and what we were hoping for really intersected, and so it really exciting to have been welcomed in this community, and kind of both ways, welcome to be someone journeying with them, and then being able to now journey continually with them in this new realm.
Yeah, I know that your wife also just came with you. Your families there together in Newport. Since when?
Yeah.
Since when you are there? Like I also heard that you bought a house.
Yes. Yeah. We just well, I came down here by myself. We were journeying apart for like 6 months, and uh, then she was able to move down, and we figured we were going to make a home, and everything was just, the spirit was just moving seamlessly, and we were able to close on our house up in Washington and found just a perfect house here, and able to get her and our four ferrets down here. So we're still having the rejoicing of the family reunion together.
Yeah, you said that you fell in love with the community during this transition that they were in. Could you describe more about that? Like what moved you about that?
Yeah, it's a really open, welcoming, and a warm place to be, and they really pride themselves on being just a very friendly and welcoming, caring place. And I experienced that, and they're so moved in the community. They're constantly engaged with community outreach and helping with the homeless and feeding the homeless, and partner with the other shelters in the area, and the amount of just they give to this community and to one another, and the amount how they just walk with everybody. It was truly really amazing to see that warmth.
That's kind of a good grounding to be, right? You are arriving in a good grounding.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. And they're so invested in the church, and holding it together through all these different transitions. And so there's a lot of, it's very easy to step in here and with so much participation and vitality going on in the congregation.
Yeah, I've been there. I've been there. I like being there, of course. And so, even though there's a good grounding, I guess you envisioning as a leader envisioning qualities, aspects for the mission in the community as a pastor in your role, called by God, by the divine to be there now, installed and already ordained. What are you envisioning? What are your first pictures of where you want to head, when you want to move with the community?
For us to continue to encounter and grow in our knowledge of God, and specifically God's presence around us and in us and for us and around the community, and especially in the ocean, as a constant reminder visibly of our baptism, and that God is here. And then as we grow into that knowledge and that experience of God within us, to have it outpour into the community. And we're already in talks with a bunch of different community partners of how we can be that agent that sees God around us and for us and in us and in and for our community.
Now that you mentioned the ocean, I remember that you like to surf, right?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Well, I as a Peruvian in the coast also, I surf a young age, and it's a beautiful way to harmonize our speed, not faster than the wave, but not slower than the wave. You need to catch up with that energy and enjoying it, and so I guess also in the community, if you go faster or you go slower, you need to how you describe the collective energy, that is moving for mission, to be mission-driven congregation. And I think you are a surfer. You know exactly what I'm telling you. And so, how are the waves there? Are good in the community? There's collective waves. What do you think?
Yeah, that's great. I use that analogy all the time of the spirit, and I really think, the way catching a wave as a surfer is a very spiritual moment when you've listened and you've watched and you've trained and you're just there, and it's a moment of pure grace, but it's only a pure grace gift of God, but you have to be there in order to encounter it. And and you have to watch and you have to listen, and as you said, you have to be patient, and sometimes you just wait forever for that wave. But if all those get together, then you have that beautiful connection. And I'm trying to see that in this community of where these waves are forming of the spirit. Where is the spirit moving? And if we listen and discern and pray and keep our eyes open and our ears open and our hearts open, and I believe that we can be in that right position to catch that movement of the spirit and be able to participate it. And as you know from surfing, when you hit that wave, there's no not catching it once you got on it. The only question is whether or not you can be able to stand and do things, but you're going somewhere once you catch it. So I'm just hoping we can find where that spirit is moving, and especially with homeless and some health issues, or Lincoln County is trying to work on some health initiatives, and so we're already kind of have some partner feelers out there and how we can help, and just always discerning where the spirit is, and just paddling out to catch it.
Yeah, and the spirit is activating and moving also the people who are everybody, right? The people who are experiencing houselessness, they have agency, and we walk alongside them to overcome the oppression that they are experiencing, and all of that. So yeah, catching up the wave that is moving from within them, and supporting their own struggle, and all of that. And okay, well, be sure that many people in the synod are praying for your ministry, praying for your family. You are not walking alone, you are walking together. We are walking together to this beautiful horizon that we are pointing out. as a diversity of faith communities in Oregon, seeking life together, right? Moved by the Spirit promises by Jesus, but seeking into life, walking into life together. So may the ocean of love always call you to go deeper and further in that unbounded love that we believe we are capable to live. So blessings to you, Pastor John Smithies. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you, Juan Carlos.
Bye bye.